Today I'm being in a very, very, very different mood because I'm sitting in a beautiful place up in the mountains where the weather is so romantic and so beautiful that people who are in love or in romance would love to come and be in a place like this where where things multiply because of the weather, the environment, and the moments. So, this is one thing I thought that why not let's then talk about romance. So, today we are going to discuss romance. The weather is beautiful, everything is lovely around. And I think this is just the apt moment for discussing this. So, let's talk about it. Today, there was a very interesting topic that I wanted to share. It's a topic, rather, it's an emotion that I would like to say about. It's an emotion called romance. Doesn't your heart flutter when you see or hear the word romance, especially if you're romantic? For some people, it's okay. Take it. You fall in love, you love each other, you have a partner, that's okay. But actually, romance is a very beautiful emotion, a very special feeling which many go through, many in their lifetime at least feel it once. But let me tell you one thing in advance. Romance is not an emotion that comes and goes. It stays. It stays with you forever. Thing is that we do not remember it. Why? Because when you're in love and at that phase when you were going through the period of romance and they both were moving in a combination with you and giving you a high and there was a release of dopamine in your body, we at that moment tend to feel that this is going to last. But the irony is that dopamine is a hormone that comes for a very short period and it makes you feel anything that is fresh and new. For that, it'll give you a high in your feelings or in your state of mind or the flutter or butterflies in your stomach or whatever. When the romance or the relationship that you've come in a love of relationship or in marriage or whatever the relationship that is related to love of a man and a woman, that is the time this emotion is kind of, like another extension of love. But what happens with time is that love continues with you because you keep feeling that you love that person, and because of that feeling of love, you feel like continuing doing for people, loving them, nurturing them. But you don't realize when that romance starts fading. And you know why it fades? As I said, it's short lived. You will always get that feeling of dopamine whenever it is going to be fresh, small, and new. By the time your relationship has maybe turned into a marital status, or you're still in a relationship where you have not taken a step further of being married, you maybe the initial stage when things were so beautifully said and everything had a beautiful meaning and you would dwell in it, that would maybe settle. And then, you know what, actually, when you love somebody, you stick around, you stay with each other, not only because of the reason you love that person. even because you get used to that person. Very few people think that. But it's actually you're used to that person. You're comfortable with that person. And that person is one person with whom you can be yourself. You do not have to show other sides of yourself. Or whatever other side that you have, you are not apprehensive in showing it. But then why not in the same way when you love someone? Can you not continue romancing? Why not? Why is romance associated only with youngsters? Why is this emotion considered not to be voiced as you grow older? You very seldom must have heard grown-ups, people who cross their 50s or 60s that, oh, they're romancing. Oh, I'm in a romantic relationship. I love somebody and my God, that person is so romantic. Gives me butterflies. I feel a twitch in my stomach or my heart flutters when that person says beautiful things to me. Very seldom get to hear that from grown-ups. You get to hear them only from youngsters. Now, since love has traveled with you into life throughout your journey and has been around and taught you how to love even more, not only the person that you loved because you romanced, but there are other forms of love like loving your children, your parents, your family, your friends, your associates. There are lots of things that you love. Food. You can love anything. Basically, love means your special feeling and bonding for the other person or thing. Then why is it that romance is not discussed or not thought about when a person ages? Do older people not remain romantic? Is it a thing that only comes when you're young? Romance can be felt at any age. Any age. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. Like any other emotion, like anger, pain, love, suffering, sensitivity, empathy, sympathy, so is romance. Then why can't you feel it? Now it's very sad that some people, as the years pass and their marriage has also passed quite a number of years and has been a very successful marriage, and they've had children and the children are grown up, you can't talk to them about this feeling if it isn't within you. You just cannot. Why? Why not? I can be romantic. I'm way older. I have grown up children. So why is it that I also am apprehensive of talking about romance? Why is it that maybe I would be made fun of if I would tell someone that, my God, such a romantic weather. Oh, I'm feeling so romantic. Isn't that song so beautiful and romantic? Isn't this moment so romantic? You can't see it. You can't feel it. You're not allowed to feel it. We think it fizzles out with age. Actually, it doesn't. It is there within you like any other emotion. All these emotions come as a combination working with each other. Now, if your partner is equally romantic, then maybe your romantic state or your romantic relationship could last for a few years longer than most relationships. But what about the two, out of which one is all the time wanting to be romantic and feel romantic, but the other, because he's now yours and you're his, and you've gone through the process of procreation, you've had sex, you've done everything in life, but now that romance is no more there. No doubt, there are some people who are romantic during lovemaking. Suddenly, their romantic moments rise and they awaken, and their feelings and that urge and their way of expressing their ecstasy during lovemaking could turn into a romantic moment. That means it was there, but you have forgotten how to use it. This is the only thing that has put romance on a back burner. I feel very bad for people who are in an age where they are single, or maybe their life partners have gone early in life, but they cannot express that they are feeling romantic or they are in love with somebody, and that feeling of and flutter of romance has occurred in them again. It's not fair to them. We've accepted so many things in life today. Today, the world has changed so much. We have accepted same sex marriages, we've accepted live in relationships, we've accepted seeing our children walk in and out of the house whenever they want to go and stay with the partner. But then, why is it that this emotion, which has a main connection, which made you connect with the other person, not remain as a prime and important connect? You need to connect. Romancing is a very good way of staying connected and being in love. Give it a try. You do not know what one can feel. It's a beautiful feeling. But everybody is not open to it. People are married, they've had children, but they're not open to talking about sex. They feel odd bringing up this discussion because it's uncomfortable. But then where did the children come from? They came through procreation. They came through your love. They came through your romantic moments. So why is there less acceptance of those emotions which are most important? So my only take on this is, and my only request to all young and older people is, that romance keeps the spice of life high. You should feel romantic not only for a person. You can feel romantic for the weather. You can associate romance with a certain movie or a song, or watching two people having a beautiful loving relationship sitting on the next table next to you. You can empathize with them and feel that moment whether you are not romancing that moment. But you can. You give it a try. Don't let it go out. You've already aged. You are aging. Some have not aged and given it up. So, as you've accepted age, accept the fact that age and romance have nothing to do with each other. They can remain till the last day of you being around in this world. And if anybody does talk about romance or is romantic and voices it, in fact, I think you should hear that person out. Because at that moment or at that point of time, or if that person is romantic, that person's vocabulary, that person's mindset is going to release different emotions, different dialogues, different ways of articulation, different expressions that will revive you and make you remember the moments which you shared with your partner, if you both were romantic. And if you were not romantic, it is an emotion that can arise anytime in life, but because you have grown a certain number of years, Because you have reached maybe 40, 45, 50. You think my age is gone. Now I'm not allowed to romance. How can I romance at this age? No, this is incorrect. You can romance at any age. When you can love at any age, you can have sex at any age, you can have children at any age, you can do and try things at any age, then why can you not feel this emotion at any age? So it's a request. Those who are, I think you are very, very lucky and gifted that God has given you this gift, because romance keeps you young, keeps you alive. It makes you forget bad moments faster, because the mode that you have is easy to switch. Because when you change of mind, change of place, or change of environment can make your mood or your emotion change also along with it. So I think that's all I have to say today. I do not wish to say more, though there's loads I can say, but then the video will become too long. Maybe some other day when I have more information collected in context to romance, but added and fresh. Like romance is fresh and new, so shall my discussion be. Thank you for today. Let's meet up soon.